What's going on, guys? It's Alan and Phil, or Pick and Roll, and this is our new dual channel. We made this channel together because we make similar content together and thought it would be cool to make a single channel with more videos. But in this video, we are going to be grading the Washington Wizards offseason and explaining what they did and how they did. Let's get right into this video by first talking about...
The Wizards added Troy Brown Jr. and Yusuf Sanan from the 2018 draft and also signed Dwight Howard, Jeff Green, and Thomas Bryant. They also traded for Austin Rivers. The Wizards lost Marcin Gortat, Mike Scott, Tim Frazier, Chris McCullough, and Ramon Sessions. The Wizards took Troy Brown Jr., a 6'7" forward from Oregon with the 15th pick, who just came off an 11.6 rebound and 3 assist season as a freshman. He is a great defender and has a lot of room to grow. Some will probably argue that he should have stayed in college, but this decision proves that he was confident and ready to play in the NBA. In the Summer League, he averaged a really solid 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, showing great defense in doing so. Troy Brown will also be a great addition to the Wizards frontcourt, making the rotations more flexible and giving more rest times to Kelly Oubre and Otto Porter. The Wizards also took one of the youngest players in the draft in Yusuf Sanan, a combo guard from overseas who was looking very good but did struggle in the Summer League. The Wizards plan to use this pick as a draft and stash, just like they did with Tomas Satoransky. The Wizards also traded for Austin Rivers, a point guard from the Clippers who has shown great development in the past years. The Wizards have had the problem of not having a good backup to John Wall, but now they have Austin Rivers, a young point guard and also a huge sleeper that they picked up before the playoffs last season in Ty Lawson to join with John Wall.
The Wizards signed Dwight Howard and Jeff Green during the offseason. Dwight Howard, after a trade and buyout from the Nets, signed a 2-year, $10.9 million deal contract with Washington Wizards. Jeff Green, after playing with the Cavaliers, signed a 1-year, $2.3 million deal for the Wizards as well. The Wizards always lacked a good center, spending a lot of years with Marcin Gortat. Howard is a good player, averaging 16.6 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks. Howard adds a defensive presence for the Wizards and excellent rebounding. The Wizards already have a good offensive backcourt with Wall and Beal, so scoring won't be an issue for the Wizards. Jeff Green averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, and a block for the Cavs. He's a decent role player and will be good behind Markieff Morris. Green had some great seasons before, and he could improve the Wizards' bench. The Wizards also added Thomas Bryant, a center in the G League who has potential to be a decent center for the Wizards with his decent shot blocking. Marcin Gortat was an important loss for Washington. He was getting old and ruining the offense. Also, he was a disturbance in the locker room. He never got along with John Wall, and they needed to get rid of him. Mike Scott was a bad loss for Washington since he was a good shooter and was one of the best bench scorers. He was also important because the Wizards didn't have a good bench. He's carried the load for the bench, averaging 40% from three-point range. Tim Frazier, Chris McCullough, and Ramon Sessions barely played for the Wizards, and there's really no point for us talking about them.
Overall, I would give my favorite team a B because they got a big piece in acquiring a new center who can still play in the NBA and also getting backups at John Wall and getting a great pickup in the draft. Also, a very underrated move that I think the Wizards made was signing Ty Lawson before the playoffs. Some things that the Wizards can improve on is their overall bench defense, but that's all in the process and not really much you can do about that.
Overall, I would give the Washington Wizards a C+ during the offseason. They made some good changes, but nothing that will take their team to the next level. Acquiring Dwight Howard was a big plus, but they didn't improve their bench enough. They still lack defense from the bench, although they'd have a lot of potential with Troy Brown Jr. I see the Wizards going a lot smaller with versatile forwards Oubre and Porter. This team is very talented, but the chemistry is what is lacking, and we won't be able to see how they play together till later, but I think they have a lot of potential.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and this has been Pick and Roll, and we'll see you in the next video.